On the electricity limitation in Gaza, has that situation affected UN operations inside Gaza?
No, the electricity in Gaza has been cut off for quite some time. So the only direct electrical link, as I understand it, from Israel to Gaza was to this water desalination plant. Almost the rest of the electricity that's being provided in Gaza is being produced internally through generators or power stations.
So far, Israel cut the electricity, and there's no convoy getting in for 9 days. Can you tell us what does Israel government allow to get into Gaza so far?
Nothing. I mean, there's been no goods coming in. No trucks coming in. I've not heard that humanitarian workers were not allowed to go in, but no goods have been coming in. And I mean, we again call on all the parties to live up to the obligations that they had agreed to. We want to see the humanitarian aid return and flow back and flood back into Gaza. We want to see the hostages, the Israeli hostages and other citizens that continue to be detained, released. Okay, Michelle, then Benny.
The plural. Anyway, the Secretary General, if I remember correctly, met with Ashara, the president of Syria. Has he talked to him since all these reports over the weekend came up?
No, he has not. But our colleague in the political, Mr. Geir Pedersen's office, his deputy, if I'm not mistaken, is in Damascus and has been in touch with officials there.
Is the crisis acute enough for the Secretary General to get in?
Look, we have a lot of communications channels with the transitional authorities, and we're using all of them.
On Gaza, would the Secretary General agree that cutting off the limited electricity supplies going into Gaza now are a collective punishment and violations of international law?
There is a obligation for Israel under international law to provide these basic services, and they should do it.
And the border crossings have been closed now for, you said 9 days,
Yep.
and you said that you're having to prioritize the remaining stock. That seems to indicate that stocks potentially are going to be running low. Can you give us any
I mean,
more?
not potentially. I mean, it's basic math, right? I mean, we had stocks when the crossings were open. The crossings are now closed, so we're not sitting on the stocks. We're trying to, my colleagues on the ground are trying to make extremely difficult decisions about how to best use these stocks to make sure they last the longest amount of time, because we don't know how long this closure will last. Yes, please, Dennis.
Yeah, thanks so much. A quick follow-up on Syria. I'm wondering if you have any presence on the ground, I mean, UN staff in the coastal areas of Syria.
There were some staff that have been relocated, but not a large number at all. Edie, and then back to Margaret.
Steph, have there been any discussions between UN officials and Israeli officials about the cutoff of food and electricity?
Yes, I mean, our colleagues on the ground are in constant touch with COGAT, who are their counterparts. Margaret, then we'll go to the screen.
You mentioned that an UNRWA staffer died in Latakia. Was it in Latakia?
It was in that area. It was on Friday.
And was it while they were working or in their home?
Just trying to get some more details.
Okay.
Mike.
This weekend, a former graduate student from Columbia University has been arrested. He's a green card holder, married with an American, and apparently he was arrested because for anti-Semitism. Other sources say that he was just protesting, organized protesting. Question is, does the Secretary General doing, his interest to this? Does the Secretary General think that freedom of expression is in danger in this country?
We're aware of the reports. We've read the press reports. We don't have any more detail. I don't think we have the exact details of what happened. But I can tell you, for us, it is crucial to underscore the importance of respecting the right of freedom of expression and the right to peaceful assembly everywhere.
And then, this is inspired by your green tie. In Italian, you know that green is hope, right? Speranza. You have been a witness of history of United Nations for a long time now. Do you think we, as an international community, are living through the most complicated, I would say, dangerous time of all what you witnessed so far?
I hate to be chronocentric, but I think this is indeed a very unstable and difficult time and challenging times we're living through. What is chronocentric? I just like whatever time you're in, you think is the most important time you're in.
A couple of quick follow-up.
Yeah.
I wonder if Secretary General has received any proper reports about Syria.
Proper in what sense?
Any reports what happened in Syria over the weekend?
Over the last few days? No, I mean, we've received reports from our team, from Geir Pedersen and our team on the ground, but I think given that we do not have the exact picture of what happened, it is clear that there were atrocities committed, that people died, and it is also clear that we will need accountability for this, and that we need to have a clear picture. And as I said earlier today, it is critical for the authorities in Syria to allow for free media to do their job and for human rights organizations to do their job, so they can report for all of us on exactly what happened. Thank you all.
Since the minorities are under attack, so I wonder if UN is doing anything particular to protect those minorities.
I mean, this has been our constant message to the caretaker authorities, and will continue to be.